Welcome back again to Arinka's Kitchen. I have another family favorite recipe, and it is called KÁPOSTÁS TÉSZTA, cabbage pasta. And so this recipe calls for 1 medium cabbage, 500 grams of square-shaped noodles. And so you can purchase noodles the shape of this, and they're egg noodles. And you can get them in larger packages like that. I bought mine at my nearest delicatessen store, so you can get egg noodles there. If you're unable to get the square-shaped noodles, you can get spiral noodles, also the egg noodles. Traditionally, Hungarians would use the kind of like the rectangular square-shaped egg noodles. So if you're having difficulty finding this type of noodle, a spiral egg noodle is fine too for this recipe. So what I did was I shred cabbages into small pieces with a grater. So I used a hand grater, but quickest way to do it is if you have a food processor, you're probably better off doing that. But if you don't have a food processor, then you can use a grater to do that. So I've actually done it very small, fine pieces. And what I did was I added 1 tablespoon of salt to the cabbage, and I let it stand for 2 hours, and then I squeezed out all the excess water out of the cabbage. And then what I did was in a large stock pot, I added salt, 2 tablespoons of salt to the water, and I cooked up the egg noodles. And this is what the egg noodles look like. And I made sure that I drained off the noodles in a colander. And then what I did was I put it in a large bowl and added some margarine to it. And I added about 2 tablespoons of margarine. The reason why I do that is so that the noodles won't stick together. Okay, and then I'm going to saute my cabbage, 1 medium head of cabbage. So I've grated the cabbage in fine pieces. And I'm going to saute the cabbage probably at a minimum heat. So I'm going to brown it in about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then I'm going to add the pepper, the ground pepper. I've got a teaspoon of pepper here, but you can add more if you want to. Add more black ground pepper. And I'm going to add that to the cabbage. So I'm going to be sauteing this until it gets brown. It's a bit green right now, but it's going to be browned down, and I'm going to saute this for about 10 to 15 minutes. So you have to kind of continually stir it and bring down your temperature. Start it off at medium, but bring your temperature down to minimum heat and continually stir it. And it takes a little while for it to brown, but then I'll come back and I'll show you exactly how to put the noodles and the cabbage together. Welcome back again to Arinka's Kitchen. What I have on the stove is some noodles and cabbage. So what I've done is I've sauteed some cabbage in 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and I browned it. It took about 15 minutes to do that, and I continually stirred it at a minimum heat. And so I browned down the cabbage, and then I've added the cabbage to the cooked pasta. And so what I've done is I've put it served it on a plate, and I'd like to show you what this great recipe looks like. Now, as you can see, the pasta is mixed in with the cabbage, and you can see large specks of sort of like ground black pepper. So this is a great recipe. It's very filling, and this is a recipe that my mother and my grandmother would make at least once a month. So I enjoyed eating this, and it's an easy recipe if you have a food processor. If you have a grater, a really good grater, then things can go quicker. It is well worth the effort because it is just really tasty. So if you have any questions, you can contact me at irene@irenkaskitchen.com or irenkaskitchen.com. Until next time, bon appetit, jó étvágyat!